There is a particular kind of lie that works because it does not sound like a lie. It sounds responsible, it sounds scientific, it sounds like self-care, and it sounds like this. You are probably deficient. Your food is not enough anymore. Your hormones are broken. Your gut is damaged. Your brain is inflamed. Your energy is low because you're missing this one thing. And then, somewhere underneath the fear, the solution appears. A capsule, a powder, a protocol, a bottle, a monthly subscription, a clean label, a discount code, a person with perfect lighting telling you that your body has been asking for this all along. This is the supplement trap. And the trap is not that every supplement is useless. That would be stupid. Some supplements are useful, some are necessary, some are evidence-based in the right context, at the right dose, for the right person, for the right reason. The trap is the belief that health comes from adding more products before you understand the body, the evidence, the deficiency, the dose, the trade-off, the context, and the problem you're actually trying to solve. The trap is not the bottle, the trap is the bad map. And HaleSense exists because health is too important for mythology. Let's begin with a distinction that almost nobody in wellness marketing wants you to make. A supplement is not a moral upgrade. It's not proof that you care about your body. It's not a personality. It's not a discipline in capsule form. And it's not a shortcut around sleep, food, movement, stress regulation, medical care, or the uncomfortable boringness of consistency. A supplement is a tool, and like every tool, it can be useful, useless, unnecessary, overpriced, poorly chosen, contaminated, misused, or dangerous. A hammer can build a house. A hammer can also smash your thumb. The tool is not the wisdom, the judgment is the wisdom. And this is where the modern supplement economy becomes so psychologically powerful, because it does not only sell nutrients, it sells the feeling of agency. It sells the feeling that you are finally doing something. It sells control to people who feel tired, anxious, overweight, inflamed, foggy, aging, ashamed or afraid. And that matters, because those feelings are real. The fatigue is real. The frustration is real. The desire to feel better is real. But the problem is that a real feeling does not automatically validate the product being sold to you. Your exhaustion may be real. Your magnesium deficiency may not be. Your anxiety may be real. Your cortisol panic protocol may be nonsense. Your desire to age well may be real. And your 12-step longevity stack may be more branding than biology. Anecdote can start a question, it cannot settle it. The first mechanism of the supplement trap is deficiency anxiety. This is the idea that something invisible is missing inside of you, not clearly diagnosed, not properly measured, and not medically understood, just implied. Your soil is depleted, your food is empty. Ancestors had minerals you do not have. Modern life has stripped you of vitality. You're not tired because you sleep badly, move too little, eat chaotically, carry stress, drink too much alcohol, stare at screens at midnight, or have an untreated medical issue. No, you are tired because your body is silently begging for the ingredient in this bottle. Notice the move. The marketer does not need to prove that you are deficient. They only need to make deficiency feel plausible, and once you feel plausibly deficient, the supplement becomes emotionally attractive, because testing feels slow, medical evaluation feels boring, lifestyle change feels demanding, but buying something feels immediate. You click, you order, you feel relief before the product even arrives. That relief is part of the product. But feeling proactive is not the same as being accurate. This is one of the most important health distinctions you can learn. Product can make you feel responsible while making your health judgment worse. That is the trap. The second mechanism is mechanism laundering. This is when someone uses a biological mechanism to create the impression of proof. They say, this compound supports mitochondrial function. This herb modulates inflammation. This molecule activates longevity pathways. This ingredient is involved in neurotransmitter production. This mineral is essential for hundreds of reactions. And often, technically, some piece of that may be true, but mechanism is not proof. A thing can be biologically involved in a process without meaning that taking more of it improves your outcome. Oxygen is essential for life. That does not mean you need an oxygen bar. Water is essential. That does not mean every hydration product is meaningful. Protein is essential. That does not mean every protein marketing snack is wise. Magnesium is involved in many biological processes. That does not mean every tired person needs a premium magnesium complex from a man shouting into a ring light. The body is not a simple vending machine. You do not insert ingredient and automatically receive outcome. Biology has thresholds, feedback loops, absorption limits, individual differences, deficiency states, saturation points, side effects, interactions, and trade-offs. More is not automatically better. Supports does not mean solves. Involved in does not mean you should buy it. Promising does not mean proven. Mechanism can generate a hypothesis. Human outcome data has to test it. That is the difference between science and health mythology wearing a lab coat. The third mechanism is the natural fallacy. This is one of the most profitable confusions in health culture. Natural sounds safe. Natural sounds gentle. Natural sounds ancient. Natural sounds wiser than modern medicine. But nature is not morality, and nature is not safety. A plant can be natural and toxic. A compound can be natural and pharmacologically active. A herb can interact with medication. A supplement can stress the liver. A clean product can be contaminated. A traditional remedy can have real effects, weak effects, no effects, or dangerous effects depending on dose, preparation, person, and context. The word natural does not tell you enough. It is a mood word, not a safety assessment. This is why HaleSense will keep repeating a boring but protective principle. Dose matters. Context matters. Person matters. And evidence matters. A substance does not become safe because the label has leaves on it. And it does not become dangerous because it came from a laboratory. That is not health thinking. That is aesthetic tribalism. The fourth mechanism is stack creep. One supplement becomes 3. 3 becomes 7. 7 become a morning protocol, then an evening protocol, then an immune stack, then a sleep stack, then a gut stack, then a hormone stack, and then a travel stack. And suddenly the person is not doing health anymore. They are managing a private pharmacy built from podcast ads. This creates several problems. First, it becomes hard to know what is doing anything. If you take 10 things and feel better, which one helped? If you feel worse, which one caused it? If your sleep changes, your digestion changes, your heart rate changes, your anxiety and your blood work change, what is responsible? The more variables you add, the less clear your map becomes. Second, you increase the chance of interactions. Supplements are not magically separate from the rest of biology. They can interact with medications. They can overlap with each other. They can duplicate ingredients without you realizing it. They can create excessive intake. They can complicate surgery, pregnancy, chronic disease, blood pressure, liver function, kidney function, thyroid management, psychiatric medication, anticoagulants, and more. Third, stack creep turns health into permanent consumption. Instead of asking, what problem am I solving? You start asking, what else should I add? That is exactly the question the market wants you to ask, because a person looking for fundamentals is a limited customer. A person looking for the next missing molecule is a recurring revenue model. Fifth mechanism is fundamental displacement. This is the quietest and most important one. The harm of a supplement is not always that it poisons you. Sometimes the harm is that it distracts you. It takes money, attention, hope, and discipline away from the things that would matter more. Sleep, walking, resistance training, protein adequacy, fiber, energy balance, sunlight and circadian rhythm, medical checkups, stress regulation, not smoking, not drinking too much, treating blood pressure, treating sleep apnea, managing diabetes properly and maintaining relationships, cooking more often, moving your body enough that your biology remembers you are alive. These are not glamorous. They do not feel like secrets. Nobody can build an exciting guru identity around go for a walk, sleep enough, eat mostly real food, lift something heavy, and see a doctor when something is wrong. But boring health wins because the body is not impressed by novelty. The body is impressed by repeated conditions, and the supplement trap often works by making fundamentals feel primitive, as if sleep is old technology, as if walking is not advanced enough, as if food is not scientific enough, as if health only becomes serious when it has a protocol name, a proprietary blend. This is backwards. The fundamentals are not beneath optimization. The fundamentals are the foundation that makes optimization meaningful. Without them, most optimization is just decoration on a collapsing structure. Now, to be clear, HaleSense is not anti-supplement. It is anti-bad map. There is a major difference. There are cases where supplementation makes sense: a diagnosed deficiency, a medically relevant insufficiency, a dietary restriction that makes a nutrient harder to get, a pregnancy-related need under proper guidance, a specific performance goal with a well-studied compound, a situation where the evidence, dose, safety profile, and individual context line up. That is not mythology, that is judgment. The issue is not supplements good or supplements bad. That is the childish version of the debate. The better question is, for whom? For what outcome? At what dose? For how long? Compared to what? Based on what evidence? With what risks? With what interactions? With what opportunity cost? And with what plan to know whether it is actually helping? That is the HaleSense way of thinking. Not panic, not purity, not guru certainty, judgment. So how do you escape the supplement trap? You do not need cynicism, you need a filter. Here's the first question. What exact problem am I trying to solve? Not health, not energy, not inflammation, and not longevity. Those words are often too vague. What is the actual problem? Am I tired in the morning? Am I recovering badly from training? Do I have a documented deficiency? Do I have poor sleep? Do I have digestive symptoms? Do I have a diagnosed condition? Do I have a lab value that needs interpretation? A vague problem invites a vague product. A precise problem forces better thinking. Second question, is this a deficiency problem, a lifestyle problem, a medical problem, or a marketing problem? This question alone can save people years of confusion. If you are tired because you sleep 5 hours, the supplement is probably not the first order solution. If you are exhausted because of untreated sleep apnea, iron deficiency, thyroid disease, depression, burnout, diabetes, medication effects, or chronic stress, a greens powder is not a serious answer. If your diet is chaotic, your training non-existent, and your alcohol intake high, a longevity supplement is not the adult conversation. And if the only reason you think you have a problem is because an influencer made normal biology sound terrifying, you may not have a health problem. You may have been marketed to. Third question, what level of evidence supports this claim? Not is there a study, there is always a study. The question is, what kind? Cell study, animal study, tiny human trial, short-term marker, large randomized trial, meta-analysis, disease outcome, actual human benefit, and does the evidence apply to you? A study in deficient people does not automatically apply to non-deficient people. A study in older adults does not automatically apply to young gym guys. A study using one dose does not automatically support a product using another dose. A study on an ingredient does not automatically validate a proprietary blend. Evidence is not a magic sticker you slap on a sales page. Evidence has shape. Fourth question, what is the downside? Every intervention has a cost. Money is one cost. Side effects are another. Interactions are another. False reassurance is another. Anxiety is another. Complexity is another. Distraction from fundamentals is another. And sometimes the biggest cost is identity. People become attached to protocols because protocols make them feel sophisticated. They feel like insiders. They know the stack, they know the molecule, they know the code. But health is not a secret club. And complexity is not the same as intelligence. Sometimes intelligence is removing the unnecessary thing. Fifth question. How will I know if this is working? This is where many supplements decisions collapse. People start taking something with no clear baseline, no clear outcome, no timeline, no dose discipline, no measurement, and no stopping rule. Then, months later, the supplement has become part of their identity. They keep buying it because stopping feels like losing control. A better approach is simple. Know why you are taking it. Know what you expect to improve. Know when you will evaluate. Know what would make you stop. And when the issue is medical, talk to a qualified healthcare professional. Not because doctors are perfect, they're not. Because medicine has no flaws, it has many. Because rejecting imperfect medicine does not make influencer marketing your physician. The supplement market often survives on a very specific emotional wound. The fear that ordinary health behavior is not enough, that you are behind, that there is a secret, that other people have found the molecule, the protocol, the stack, the insider knowledge. And if you do not join, you will age badly, think badly, sleep badly, look bad, perform badly, or fail morally. This is not education, this is pressure, and good health education should reduce panic, not manufacture it. It should make you more capable of making decisions, not more dependent on the next product drop. It should increase your agency, not convert your fear into monthly billing. That is why HaleSense will attack grift without attacking confused people, because people are not stupid for wanting relief, for wanting energy, for wanting to age well. They're not stupid for wanting to protect their families. The shame belongs to those who exploit that vulnerability with exaggerated claims, fake certainty, fear-based marketing, cherry-picked studies, miracle language, and the endless insinuation that your body cannot be trusted unless you buy what they sell. Health is too important for that. Human bodies are not content funnels. Fear is not evidence. Mechanism is not proof. Natural is not safe. And a supplement is not a substitute for a better map. So, here is the HaleSense rule. Before you add another product, subtract confusion, define the problem, check the fundamentals, ask what evidence actually shows, respect dose and context, look for interactions, beware of vague claims, beware of miracle language, beware of people who turn every symptom into a product pathway, and beware of any health educator who makes you feel less capable after listening to them. Because real health education should leave you clearer, not addicted to the next answer. The goal is not to take nothing. The goal is to stop being easily sold everything. Some supplements are tools. Some are expensive rituals. Some are hope in a bottle. Some are useful in the right hands. Some are traps. The work is learning the difference. That is HaleSense. Evidence before health mythology. Clarity before panic. Fundamentals before hacks. Judgment before consumption. Health before the people who profit from confusing you.